Yo, it's me, it's the SCOTT baby, and I'm here with the review for the 1982 film First Blood, starring Sylvester Stallone, Richard Crenna, and Brian Dennehy, and it's directed by Ted Kotcheff. Alright, so, first a little history. Two things. One, I've tried to watch this movie. This is the third time I've tried to watch it, and I actually got to sit down and watch it. A friend of mine and his girlfriend, or a former friend of mine and his girlfriend, they bought me the DVD set of Rambo, the first 4 films, which is the DVD version of this. And I don't have it anymore. I gave it to a friend of mine. Because I have this, so I don't need it, you know. And so I tried to watch the first Rambo, and I fell asleep. Or First Blood, whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then about a week later, I tried to watch it again, fell asleep again. I couldn't get into it. I was in and out of it. Like, I was in and out of it this time. Kind of trying to pay attention. And then I tried to put the second one in, and I was like, I have no idea, because I fell asleep. No idea, I couldn't continue. And I'm like, okay, so this time I gotta actually watch it. So I was busy rearranging things. As you can tell, I have a different shelf, which I need to change. I have a different shelf, a different look shelf. I'm gonna go through, once I do my walkthrough of my apartment and stuff, which I'm hoping I can do, maybe not today, but tomorrow maybe. Maybe a Sunday tour. I'm working on it. And so I was doing that, so I had something to do while I was watching it. And I actually, the last 45 minutes to a half hour, I actually sat and watched. And let me tell you, one thing I want to say about this movie is that everything that happens in this movie is the fault of one man. And it's not John Rambo, it's Sheriff Teasel. Alright? And the dude don't even pay for it. Well, he gets his ass kicked, but he should have died. There's one death, confirmed death. I mean, there's explosions. One confirmed death in this, and that's towards the beginning of the movie here. But everything that happened in this movie could be avoided if Teasel wasn't an asshole. I'm saying it right now, alright? Because the movie is about a guy named John Rambo, and he is a, he's been in the Vietnam War. He's kind of just walking around, and he goes to visit a friend of his, and he finds out the last friend he has in the world has died from cancer. He's also suffering from post-PTSD. And so while walking, he gets confronted by Sheriff Teasel, who pulls up next to him in his car and asks where he's going, what he's doing, and comments on the fact that he's wearing an American flag on his jacket. And says, well, you gotta be careful wearing that around here. You're in America. You can't wear an American flag in America. And he proceeds to tell him, basically, fuck off, get out of my town. And he's like, I look for a place to eat. And he's like, oh, there's a place just out of town here. I can't, not allowed to eat here. Or whatever. He drives him to the end of town, drops him off, and as the sheriff starts to go back into town, so does Rambo. He starts to walk. So because Rambo ignores him, Rambo just wants to go on with his life. He's been in this horrible war. He's lost all the friends that he's known. He wants to go on with his life. And this sheriff will not leave him the hell alone. This sheriff is harassing him. And what's furthermore is his employees, the deputies, they go along with this shit. They mistreat him horribly. And why? I don't know. I sat here and I was watching the movie, and I still have no idea why they treated him so badly. He served our country. You treat someone who served your country like that? I mean, come on. You see these things when they had tried to put him in tried to shower him off, and he has these flashbacks to when he was getting tortured, and that's when he freaks out, and he ends up hiding in the woods for most of the film. And these guys are hunting him down, and one of them gets killed, and they call in Richard Crenna's character of Colonel Troutman to talk to him because he's, familiar. And, Rambo says, hey, they drew first blood, not me. I just wanted to go on with my life. They drew first blood. I didn't even do nothing, he said. And that's true. Rambo didn't do anything until he was provoked. Therefore, everything that he does is because they did what they did to him. None of anything that happens in this film should come down to the fault of John Rambo at all. Even though he gets arrested at the end of the film, I believe it's unjust. He was protecting himself from these people who are hunting him down for no fucking reason. Hey, I like this movie, but it pisses me off because there's no justification in why they're doing this. They're just doing it because they don't like him, basically. Why would you treat someone who served their country? I know Vietnam, hard time to talk about. Whatever. I wasn't alive yet. I was not even a sperm. But why? Why would you? He served your country. He's the only one left. There's even this moment at the end. Like, eventually he makes his way back to town, explosions and stuff. This one isn't. If you're looking for a Rambo movie with big explosions, watch 2 or 3. 3, I hear, is the one you want for explosions. But this one is very subtle. He's running through the forest. He's trying to get away. Okay, but yeah. And eventually he makes his way back to town, and he beats the hell out of Teasel. He leaves him for dead. Teasel doesn't die, and I think that's the one big thing. Like, if he had actually, he killed one person, and it was an accident. But if he had actually killed Teasel, then send him to jail. He didn't. He didn't kill anyone on purpose in this film. He goes to jail. He has done nothing but protect himself throughout this film, and he goes to jail. And then there's this moment at the end, the speech, about how it is and how he feels being back. The one friend he thought he had left is gone. And he talks about another friend he got. Johnny, help me. Why? You got no fucking legs. It's just this whole little speech he says to Troutman. He breaks down. I know this is based on a book. And in the original book, Rambo actually kills himself, but here he does not. They change the ending, and he gets arrested. So maybe that's why it doesn't make sense, because the original ending was he's supposed to kill himself, but he doesn't. Because thinking about it now, Rambo killing himself after all this stress and everything makes sense. But they switched the ending, and now he's just going to go to jail. Him going to jail doesn't make any sense, as he was just defending himself from people who are attacking him for no damn reason. And the acting is on point. You got Brian Dennehy, who's a great bad guy. Richard Crenna's alright. But Sylvester Stallone is the standout. He gives the performance, Maybe not in the first half. He's just playing this guy who wants to be left alone. But by the end, he's been through everything. He's been through all the stress from Vietnam. The stress was going on here. And he's broken down. And you see that in Stallone's performance. And it's a great performance. So, First Blood, for me, gets an 8 out of 10. I really like this movie. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on First Blood? Let me know in the comments below. Rambo First Blood Part 2 is next. And we're going to keep going with the SlyMania reviews. So, see ya.